Monster Level 17 Upgrade. Hey guys, today we'll be installing the RPM Black ESC cage for the Castle, Sidewinder 3, and SCT ESCs. Now what this guys is for is since the Castle ESCs don't have mounting holes built in, RPM has this little nifty cage that they have. They also have one for the VXL Valenian system for Traxxas as well. What this does is just gives you holes so you can mount it, and it is secure. It also gives you a little holster for the switch as well that you can mount in multiple locations. And yeah, so it's just going to help hold that ESC in place so it doesn't flop around and later possibly cause damage. As well as you guys didn't see in the intro, Monster currently is missing 2 of his canisters. The reason is that the little grates that are in the front popped off in a collision. The first one popped off when I hit a branch that was hiding in the middle of the yard. My bad. The other was a bad crash in the middle of the street. Either way, I found them and they're currently curing. I don't want to put them back on the RC while they're curing so that they don't get messed up. So they're going to be sitting off for a while until the glue is completely cured. Other than that, guys, let's get this opened up and this installed. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly open this up. I'm just going to cut the top off with my Leatherman. And let's see what we got inside. First off, we have the molded ESC cage. Looks actually kind of cool on the bottom. With that mirror, not going to see it. So yeah, we got this little thing that got popped off. I'm going to file down the edges where this was attached. Got the switch case as well. Come on. There we go. And there we go. So I'm going to sand off all these little edges that are left on the plastics. As well as we have our instruction manual inside. We get our hardware, and we have stickers, as well as the person who packaged it. Thank you, GG. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the motor wires and we're going to unplug them from the ESC. We're going to move it right off the way, just like that. Then we're going to take our base plate of the new ESC cage. Doesn't matter which orientation we put it in. We're just going to let it down. Just like that. We're going to screw in the 2 screws that hold it to the base. Alright, so for the next part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ESC and pop the cooling fan off. It's just simply done just by prying off the 2 pins that grab onto it from the sides. It's a lot easier. There we go. When you have multiple hands. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top half of the ESC cage, and so I don't have to worry about disconnecting the wire from the receiver and feeding it back through and that whole mess. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ESC, slide it through just like this, rotate that, pop it over just like that, and lay it down where they're supposed to go, and then screw in the 2 screws that hold it on. And then when I'm done, I'll take the cooling fan and then just set it down right on top like that, just like before. Alright, next what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom plate for the switch. We're going to line it up just like so with the 2 holes. You can have it either positioned here like this or the same on the other side. There's another option for it. But I'm going to have it mounted right here just like that, and I'm going to put in the 2 screws that hold it on. Forewarning, these screws are a different size than your normal. It is 0.05 millimeters, or not 0.05, 0.5 millimeters. So your normal 0.15 thing will not work. You'll probably need something like what I have, which is this little do-jig with all multiple Allen wrenches on. Or if you have one that small lying around, you could use that too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, put the 2 screws through, and screw it in right there. With the switch holder in place, what we're going to do is we're going to take the actual switch and lay it down inside just like that. We're going to take the cover, slide it in place and put the 2 screws that hold it down. Also, before I end this video, I'm going to take this and I'm going to shorten this to about this long right here. That way, so I don't have all this just laying around here, and I can just go straight to the connector here. Alright guys, the last thing to do is to take the motor wires and plug them back in. I'm going to put black in the inside most, white in the middle, and then red in the outside most hole sockets. And that's it. We should be done. Here is before. And here is after, guys. Check it out. I gotta say that looks a whole lot better than it did before with all the wires just kind of dangling everywhere. But now the switch and everything works. I have that wire shortened and everything works, and the ESC is not going anywhere. I'm so happy I don't have to worry about any of those, like the switch flopping around and possibly falling out onto the chassis. I didn't want to drill into the chassis at all to mount the switch or anything. Now with the RPM ESC cage, it looks a lot more secure, and I gotta say it looks pretty freaking good. But again guys, thank you for checking in, and I'll see y'all next time. And that was Monsters Level 17 Upgrade.